Hello everyone and welcome to this week's weekly wear test. I've got a product that I don't think it's new just based on the fact that it doesn't say new on the bottle, it doesn't say new on the website, but at my Target anyways, they had it in like a new display, so that's the Midwest for you. I feel like we get everything very much later than the rest of the states. So this could be like a year old. What do I know? But I'm still excited to test this out. This is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. The main reason that I wanted to try this is just because they had it set up. Well, first off, they made it look like it was new, so that's exciting. And then also they had it set up next to the... Did they? Actually, now... I hope I'm not lying to y'all. Either, okay, so it's one of two things. Either A, it was set up next to their Dream Mousse foundations, which I remember from like high school because just orange and cakey. Either that or my brain is just saying that this was next to them and it's just actually the fact that this is called the Dream, because wasn't that they were the Dream Mousse? Listen, guys, my brain isn't functioning properly for, well, one main reason, but anyways, yeah, there's no way this is new. It has 402 reviews, at least on Maybelline's website, but it's got a great rating, so like, that's exciting. As I said, this is the Dream Radiant Liquid Medium Coverage Hydrating Foundation. It's gonna depend on where you're buying it from, but around $10-ish, and they just say that you're gonna get a radiant look plus 12 hours of hydration with this liquid foundation that leaves the skin looking visibly improved. I feel like the shade range, again, my brain, please give me a little bit of leeway. It's been a rough past weekish here, but I feel like I remember there being more shades or a better looking shade range than what I'm seeing here on Maybelline's website. There are 20 shades available if I counted correctly, but the shade range, I feel bad calling it a range. It's like a bunch of shades of light and then a sprinkling of medium and maybe a deep shade. It doesn't look great. How do you get a trademark on the word dream? That's pretty impressive. But yeah, it's gonna improve the look of your skin like they already said, giving a natural looking glow that you will never want to take off. I beg to differ. I always look forward to taking off my makeup at the end of the night. Arguably feels better than taking off your bra or taking off jeans and changing into pajama pants. I love makeup. I just, when the day ends, time has come and I'm ready. But yeah, it's got hyaluronic acid and collagen in it to hydrate and smooth the skin while still delivering a medium coverage look, or the look of plump skin. I've always liked that word, plump. The benefits are that you're gonna be able to face the city. I'm not going anywhere near a city today, but okay. I'm gonna do so radiantly. Again, they are really emphasizing that I am never going to want to take this off. It's going to be lightweight, moisturize the skin, give a natural radiant look, and deliver up to 12 hours of hydration. Blah, blah. They do say it's the perfect foundation for dry skin. But, I'm a rule breaker. Haha, rebel right here. But yeah, application's going to be easy. It just says to put it on your skin using whatever tool you want, basically. So yeah, I think that's about it. Here is my skin at the moment, not doing too badly, knock on wood, because I probably just jinxed it. I've got the shade 05 Vanilla. Hopefully this works out okay. Oh nice, it says on here that it does not clog pores. Really? Of course someone had to start distantly mowing the lawn right now. So all of the bottles, I was very sad to see that all of the seals had been broken at my Target, but this one, the pump looks clean. So I don't think anyone actually, like, for some reason, they just broke the seal. Again, why? I just don't know. But I'm not gonna ask questions because there were only 2 bottles of this vanilla left, so I could have chosen this one, or I could have chosen one where the seal was broken and the pump was all messy with foundation. So I preferred this one. So to start off, like usual, I'm going to do no primer today. I'm gonna wear my glasses for the fellow glasses wearers of the world out there. We can see how this does. I'm gonna try with a brush and a sponge so that we can see if one or the other is better or if it really doesn't make a difference. And now, let's see how dreamy this is. It smells like foundation. And we're gonna see how this does. I can already tell that it does feel hydrating, even just having a couple of splooches, a couple of dots of this stuff on. So let's see. I'm happy to report that it doesn't look too orange, like at all. This actually looks like it might be a good shade match for me. Yay! I mean, really, it's only a super yay if it ends up being a formula that works for me. But it looks like it's blending easy enough with a brush. Definitely, I wouldn't say a medium finish, at least not yet, but certainly a light finish, or a light coverage. Again, brain frying going on. Please allow me a little bit of leeway, a little more than usual. But shoot, it looks really nice. Like, it looks very natural, and it does. It feels very lightweight. I don't feel like I really put anything on my skin just now. So let's see. I would say this side of my face is definitely more blemished. So the fact that I'm using a sponge on this side, the logic, where was it? Not today, not with this brain. But we'll be able to see what it looks like. I don't think it's gonna completely cover my blemishes or anything, but it looks like it's doing a little bit. Definitely have some nose pore emphasis problems on the side with the sponge when I really didn't have that on the brush side. So, I mean, overall, pretty comparable, but definitely a sheerer finish on the side with a sponge, as you could probably assume. I'm just gonna try building this up a little bit, not too much, but I just kind of want to even things out, see how this does. And there we go. I do think that this was able to layer a little bit in terms of buildability with coverage. I don't know that I would say this is a medium coverage foundation. I would say a light medium coverage, but still, it looks very natural on the skin, very lightweight, like I said, feels comfy, blended easily enough. Very happy that this isn't super orange on me. Just overall, I'm pretty excited to test this out and see how it does. So yeah, there we go. There it is. I'm gonna get on with my day, put on the rest of my makeup, live my life, and I will just be checking in with y'all at the end of the night. Hopefully nothing catastrophic happens before then that would cause me to check in, but in any case, I'll see y'all in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening, end of the night here, and I am super excited to take a closer look at my foundation. I haven't even checked on it because I haven't felt a need to. It feels quite, not necessarily transfer proof. I suppose on my forehead where I'm feeling the most oily right now, it feels like it might transfer off, but I'm actually not noticing any transfer onto my fingers, so that's reassuring. I mean, I've had my mask on and off multiple different times throughout today, and I didn't notice any foundation on my mask when I took my mask off, so that was exciting. And it has felt so lightweight all day. So as I said, I'm really excited to see if there's any foundation left on my face, because it leads me this feeling to two different things. Either A, this foundation is just fantastic, or B, it's all gone. And that's why it feels so lightweight, because it's not there. But as I said, I'm hoping for the former and not the latter. So let's look together. I think I see good things, my friends. I mean, it certainly looks like it has faded around my nose and on my cheeks and whatnot, where I tend to have the most fading and transferring of foundation, especially when I'm wearing a mask. But I think any transfer that has happened or fading that has happened, it looks really graceful and nice and not really noticeable, you know? And it just looks fresh still. Like, this has got me all sorts of excited, and this is why I am such a rebel. and I try out foundations that aren't specifically targeted towards oily skin sometimes, it's because sometimes I found miracle products, or I find miracle products like this where it's targeted to normal to dry skin, but in reality, this might work out great on my oily skin. I mean, so far so good. I'm definitely excited to try it with a couple different primers in the upcoming days here to see if that helps, you know, to just have it last a little bit longer. But I mean, based on the fact that I was able to do this or get these results without any primer, like, that's pretty fantastic. So I'm gonna get to getting. My battery's about to die here, so I'm gonna go to bed, recharge my battery, literally and figuratively, kind of, you know. I'm gonna actually charge my camera battery, and I'm gonna charge my internal batteries by going to bed. Yeah? Well, I'm not charging my camera by going to bed. I'm charging my camera by plugging it into an outlet in the wall. Things that no one needs me to actually explain. Yet here I am. So I'm gonna zip. Ding! Hello everyone. End of the night here on day 3 of testing. Can you tell I'm feeling a certain kind of way about this foundation? I mean, if my thumbnail and stuff didn't give it away already. Let me further let you know how I'm feeling about this foundation by telling you about these past couple of days. So, day 2 of testing, I went ahead and I used my COULDN primer, my beloved, as well as my L'Oreal full cover concealer. I also, for whatever reason, you know, I use the concealer so that I don't have to use as much foundation, but something in me wanted to try using a heavier layer of foundation yesterday, so I did. I just wanted to see if that medium coverage was possible. You know, I definitely get it to a light medium, but a medium I just wasn't getting there. So I wanted to give it a shot, and it almost got to full coverage. It looked a little, I mean, it looked fine. It just didn't look as natural as it did on day 1 when I used like a normal lighter layer of foundation. But you know, we gotta test these things before we know these things. So at least I tried. It felt good all day, but there was a little teeny tiny bit of transfer onto my mask from when I was out and about. It was just a little bit, it had that worrisome feeling once my oils came out to play that it, you know, it felt like it was going to transfer and wipe right off. At the end of the night though, all things considered, it looked really good, I thought, especially considered how long I had on the foundation. It had faded, you know, around my mouth and whatnot in my oiliest of areas and where my mask rubs the most, and it wiped off a smidge. You know, when I swiped my fingers across my nose and my forehead, there was, you know, noticeable dew on my face. Galileo was saying, "You're a liar. You looked oily," but I didn't think I looked too bad. Come on, gee. So there was a noticeable dew on my face as well as a noticeable fade of the foundation, but I thought overall it looked really good at the end of the night. So now here we are today, day 3 of testing. I went ahead and used some more hydrating primers. So I used my Ciate Watermelon primer as well as my Touch in Soul Icy Sherbet primer, and then once again used my L'Oreal concealer so that I could really cover my blemishes, and then put on a light layer of foundation on top of it since I wasn't testing out the buildability and whatnot today. I kind of figured that out already, but I thought it, you know, once again applied beautifully, looked gorgeous on the skin, nice and natural. It has more of a satin, I would say, than a dewy finish initially. It looks really pretty and skin-like on the skin, which is great. And throughout today, you know, it's been good. It has that slight feeling once again with my oils that it might transfer, but honestly, you know, when I touch my face, I see nothing come off onto my fingers, which is fantastic. Unfortunately tonight, since I was wearing my mask a little bit longer than usual, it really rubbed off the foundation on my nose. I really don't feel like I can fault a foundation for that, just since it was a bit more rubby. But aside from my nose not looking the greatest and and the foundation having settled into my nose pores, I think overall it looks great. I mean, everywhere other than around my nose and on my nose, I think it looks pretty freaking perfect. So I am pretty freaking pleased with this foundation. And this is one of those reasons why. I know a lot of people ask me, with good reason, don't get me wrong. I just, you know, people always say, you know, like, Cassie, why do you even try that out? Like, it's not made for oily skin. And it's like, I get it. I do. I just like to try. It's just fun for me. That's really the extent of my reasoning there. And sometimes, you know, sometimes I find a good product come out of it. You know, I could see myself not only using this on its own, but also as a nice mix-in. I'm assuming. I haven't tried it as a mix-in yet, but I could see this being a really nice mix-in to just lighten up the coverage of some foundations, make them a little less matte, and all of that. So, pros and cons list. Starting with the pros, I give it props for being easy to apply, easy to blend onto the skin. Application is a breeze. It is also natural and skin-like looking on the skin. I really do think it has a very pretty finish to it, as well as being very lightweight throughout the day. You know, they claimed that you're not going to want to take it off. I don't think I'd go that far, but like, I haven't felt bothered by it. You know, I'm not like, ugh, really itching to take off my makeup right now. Even though usually if I'm wearing a heavy foundation, that is exactly how I'm feeling at the end of the night here. So very lightweight, this foundation. It is also, I'm gonna say, transfer resistant. It's not transfer proof, obviously, like with my nose and stuff, and you've seen the fade the past couple of days here. But I mean, I'm blaming my mask, and sometimes you gotta just put the blame there and give the props to the other thing that the mask took away from. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not transfer proof. It's not. If you wipe your face on something, it's gonna come off. But if you just do normal wear, I think it is transfer resistant, as you can see by me touching it and having it not come off on my fingers. Any reflection you're seeing on my fingers is merely my face oil. And then final pro, but not the least of them, last but not least, it's got a graceful fade to it. I really think so. You know, aside from where it rubbed off on my nose, normally it had a very graceful fade. You couldn't see like big swipey offy patches or anything. So really graceful wear. But like most things in life, this foundation is not perfect. When it comes to the cons, there were a couple of them. First off being the atrocious shade range. I don't even feel like you can call it a range. I mean, it technically is a range, but it's not a good one, darn it. You know, really, if you fall in the light, even slightly fair category, you're probably gonna be able to find something decently close to your skin color. But if you are even medium or deep, it looks like there was maybe 4 shades to choose from for those 2 whole categories. Like, that's not... 2020 sucks enough already. Like, Maybelline, can you do a little better there? And then second con is that, you know, if you have oily skin, once your oils come through, if you're having an especially oily or sweaty day, it does feel like the foundation is gonna wipe right off, but it doesn't. But it does have that feeling. So like, if you don't like that feeling, it's just something to keep in mind. It's not a heavy feeling. It's there. So there you go, you guys. That was my review on this foundation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were as surprised and excited as me to see the results. I mean, I really could see this working on most skin types. Like, I can't see why it wouldn't work. Maybe, I don't know, like maybe since on my oily skin it doesn't look like hyper oily, maybe this wouldn't be great for dry skin. Maybe it has drying properties and I just don't know about it. Y'all will have to let me know if you have dry skin, if you have tried this out yourself. Please do fill up my casserole of comments down below. Let's cook them up. Tell me things about this foundation or otherwise. I just love hearing from you guys. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can typically tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I don't know why I'm in the mood to roll my R's tonight, but here we go. Anyways, I really would. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!